Okay, I just want to welcome everybody today to the Audible launch of Unsilenced. Use Your Voice, Words Hold Power, and it's written by Natalie Chilton. And this is going to be a half hour that is just packed full of special, amazing guests. I got to meet them before we're going to bring them out, but it's going to have insight, it's going to have wisdom into how you can be the answer for someone else. I mean, many of you many of you have walked in the shoes that Natalie has walked in, and some of us we don't know what it's like, but we know that we want to be part of the answer. And so that's what tonight is about. It's going to be all of these things, but Natalie is going to be telling you about some amazing things that she is doing to be able to pull funds in to actually help bring freedom to people that are they're in places of abuse, of slavery, and they need somebody to step up and to be the answer. So that's what tonight's about. It's for those who need help. So be sure to share this with those who need help. We'll give you all the details. But I want to introduce Natalie. So Natalie Chilton, hello, say hello, Miss Natalie. She is
Hello,
the
everyone.
she is the author of Unsilenced. Use Your Voice. The words have power. And who, yes, right there you go. That is a beautiful book, by the way.
There's the
Uh,
paperback. Mhm.
it has so much. But let me just say something because we're launching an Audible. And Natalie, I've read your book, but when I listened to your Audible, it had a frequency that, whoo, I cried. And just to feel you in how you felt and the frequency of your words, the voice, everything that came out, it had such massive impact. And that's what our voice does, and that's why we want to do this. That's why we want to bring Unsilenced, because I know there's people that are going to see this that feel silenced right now. And do you want to speak to that at all?
I would, first of all, in Warrior Writers, when I was looking for the name for the book, Unsilenced, Missy popped up with the word unsilenced. And I think I had watched a documentary about Falun Gong, which is a wonderful truth telling practice in China. And it's a documentary I'd highly recommend. But, people are being silenced around the world. And this is a call for everybody to release their secrets, because we are as sick as our secrets.
Yeah.
And when we align with the truth, we align with God, because that, Jesus is the truth.
Yeah.
So it was a 10-year process of writing the book and a year to record the Audible. It was very difficult. Reading it is much different than writing it. So it was another level of healing and release. And I'm just so grateful for all your support here tonight. Each person who has taken your time to come, and each one who will watch the recording, thank you for your heart and for your love.
Yeah. Thank you, Natalie, because I mean, I look at your journey that it's been one of being drawn to know and remember the truth that you walk through, and just the family secrets, the personal ones, what drove you to addiction, living out of a false sense of who you were, and just how you got on the other side of that can help a lot of people. And that's why I just joined with you because, I mean, you were when I listened to your book, you were raised with intense criticism. I mean, there was intensity. And you learned how what a lot of children learn is to hate themselves when they're criticized so much. And you come on the other side knowing you are constantly positive and you just radiate love. So that is what we're going to talk about because I mean, that is the power of God. That is him coming in and hearing you and seeing you and bringing the help that you need. And I apologize for my camera. I will get that fixed. But
Yes,
but
no problem. It's fun.
but I tell you, the beautiful thing is just like Natalie. I mean, Natalie, you cried out for help, And that's when God stepped in. And now you're saying to others, listen, I'm here. I hear you. If you need to cry out for help because you feel silenced, that's what tonight is about. So, but I'm so thankful God brought you into my life because that was 3.5 years ago. Part of the Warrior Riders. You got a lot of Warrior Rider sisters here with you. You got a lot of diamonds here as well. And I want to bring up, actually, I want you to introduce her because she is a phenomenal woman. When I met Sinette, she just radiated love and beauty, just full of it. And I just love being in her presence and I want to be in her presence more. It's 3 a.m. right there, right now for her. So I want you to introduce her and let's bring her on.
Yes, Sinette Van Breda. I met her because her video is being a little bit funky, but I met you, my dear, because of the Ripple Effect of Impact collaborative book project back in spring of 2024. And when I met, she did a call out for a coffee chat, and I said yes. And she just spoke life. She is a voice amplifier. She is she is the creator. She's living God's vision of the Power Hour TV show. She publishes books. She is a coach, creator of Diamond Moments magazine, of which I was the cover in November. Diamond Beauties Forever online Facebook group. And you are frozen, my love. But you know what? She has, I'm just going to speak for you until you get unfrozen. You might want to go out and come back in. But Sinette has donated to the auction a branding package, two branding packages, where she has this gift of tapping into your soul. God has given her this gift of discernment, and she helps with the branding and helps you to identify and convey who and what your business is. So each one is worth over $1,000. Those will be up on the auction to help set the captives free and support those leaving trafficking. Thank you for being here, Sinette. You know, they have problems in South Africa. She's all the way from South Africa. And it's 3 in the morning. Bless you, my
Can
girl. I don't know. You're frozen, my
you?
girl.
But
Can,
she's okay on my side.
no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you, my beautiful Natalie. I remember clearly when I have asked all the ladies in the book to have a coffee chat. It was only two of the ladies out of everybody that have decided to book a coffee chat. And I loved you from the first day I met you. And my beautiful one, the growth in you since I met you till today. I am the proudest, I want to say mama, but it's not really a mama, but the proudest sister alive because you went through a little bit of ups and downs, but you just stick to your guns and you inspire. You are also one of our Mrs. Spots and the third longest running Mrs. Spots as well. And how that you can bring in people, especially women, to understand that that doesn't matter what your secret is. I am here for you. And my beautiful one, I want to say congratulations. I am so proud of you and thank you so much for taking your life into not only God's hands but your hands because you are making a big wave in so many others. So thank you, thank you. It is an honor to be here 3 o'clock. I must just confess, ladies, I was so scared I'm not going to hear my cell phone going off. I actually didn't sleep at all. I was lying here waiting for the time to come up. So I'm so privileged to be here. So thank you. And I'm so happy to see some of the other diamonds as well. I love all of you. Thank you.
Ah, now you know why we all
I
love.
love, sorry.
What was it about? You've read Natalie's book, right, Senate? And what was it about that you would like to share something that would encourage somebody that might be watching this that's in domestic violence, they've been in abuse, they need to get out in some way. Do you have anything that
Yes,
you saw in there? I'd love to
yes.
hear
So
it.
Natalie came to our Soul of a Diamond author's journey, and then also her book was also in a Diamond Moment magazine. But the whole book, if I can sum it up in three words: powerful, love of God is one word, love of God, one word.
Mhm.
And the second one is, or the third one is serve others. Because that book is actually serving. You can step even if you didn't go through some of the things that Natalie went through, but there is other things that you went through. You can see that in the book. You can find your own questions, and then if you can stand in front of the mirror and start to love yourself, as Natalie have done, that changed your life forever. I always say self love is the biggest, most important thing in your life. And I can see in Natalie. But not only that, Natalie, when with everything you've written in your book, how you are supporting others financially, with your heart, with so many things. And I just love it. I love seeing that there is a sunlight after a stormy day, that you think the storm will never end, but that will also pass and the sun will come out. And most of the time, there will be an amazing rainbow. And Natalie, you are the rainbow. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Aw, you are amazing. You are so amazing, and you teach me how to love better all the time. And it's no accident that I joined. You know, you are so much about self love, and I realized when I joined your platform that I needed to work on that. So
Mm.
I'm in a community of people who are focused in that way, and that is just a gift. You are a gift from God. So thank you for coming. Thank you for your support. And please go to sleep.
I'm gonna be here.
And
I'm gonna
and
be
she
here
is the
celebrating because I would love to hear from all the other women as well. And I see there is a gentleman as well. So I would love to hear all of you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you for being here. And she is the voice amplifier. So these two packages, you all, that is worth getting because she does it with love and helps you really your identity. Let's pull out what you're called to and what you're best at. So she can do it. All right. And Natalie, do you have any last things that I'm gonna let you go?
I do not. That is just, my heart is full. And I think I'm going to burst like a pinata in a good way before the end of this.
Well, okay, so
So,
I know. So all of these things, you all, I'm going to have them at the bottom so you can find them in description. But if you want to go to the fundraiser, it's at www.breakupwithsecrets.com. So everything's going to be right there. But right now, I want to bring the next guest up. Do you want to introduce one of your Mia? And let me find Miss Mia. There she is. Okay.
Miss Mie Potter, and I always, when it's like fry yay Mie,
Mm.
so she is my beautiful friend. We met self-publishing platform. I was so scared to put up anything to introduce myself, so I put up a poem, and we were being connected, like we were reaching out for a writing buddy,
Accountability. Remember
accountability.
accountability.
So across North Carolina,
I'm now in South
yeah.
Carolina, yes. Mhm.
So Mie is just an incredible heart servant. Um, can I just ask you just to, I don't know, just let the Holy Spirit lead. How do we know each other? And I want you to talk.
So when I was speaking with Missy earlier before the we went live, she mentioned that you named me as a best friend. And I said, that is true of Natalie for me. I can tell Natalie anything. I can tell Natalie any of my secrets, and it's safe. And she will receive it not with an ounce of judgment, but she will receive it from me in a very safe way. And that's incredibly hard to find. So it was mentioned that she is a special ambassador within the Diamond Beauties, and she is a Mrs. Potts. And her segment is called Cup of Courage. And that is what I think of Natalie. So she is the truth vigilante, and she's incredibly brave. Her whole life has been about just, not just, but her whole life has been about being resilient and not allowing you to knock her down. Her whole life, all of her stories that she's ever told me, good and bad, have all been about how she's just a brave warrior. And she put herself out there for the world with her truths. And the things that people would be ashamed to say and admit, she told it to the world so that it would be okay for other people to tell their story and feel their truth. And yes, and it's very emotional. And the thing about Natalie is that it's been such a journey of being very, very raw and very exposed, and knowing that she was, and things have been slung at her. And people don't even realize how they wound, right? They don't realize how what they say or what they do because of their wounding wounds Natalie. And she takes it. She just continues to take it, and she comes back and she still loves you. And that's very, very unusual. And so Christ told us to love our neighbors as he has loved us. And she has that kind of love. And she demonstrates it to people. And she's very forgiving about things. They tell you to forgive, but not forget.
Mm.
And that's a self-preservation thing, right? Because if you forget, then they'll do it to you again, right? But if you genuinely forgive, they don't have power over you anymore. And so that's her courage and her being very powerful. Yeah. And
That's
that's who she's been since the beginning. And that's what drew me to her poem. It's
mhm.
just her raw courage and vulnerability.
I love that. What you said, as far as she spoke something, so it gave others courage to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how
Absolutely.
I felt when I listened to her Audible and read her book. You went before and you said, I'm going to lay myself down. And that's what you did. You laid your life down
Mm-hmm.
and spoke out truth so others would be courageous and do the same thing.
Because
As
she is the truth vigilante.
yeah.
And the cover of that
The
book,
Lord,
the cover of that Audible is the cover that we wanted all along. So very great. I mean, that's the best triumph, right?
Yeah. Let
Very raw.
yeah.
me show you that.
Oh, thank you, Mie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mie. Oh, you make me cry. And yes, I'm so happy for this cover because this is the cover I submitted to the Trafficking Hub ArtX Freedom campaign, and it received international mention. And it was like my admonition of what I'd been through without
Mm.
words, and it's truth telling. So the other cover is not me. This is me. So
Mhm.
it's more truthful. And I just want to say, my name inside the Audible is I speak my name as Sarah. My real name was Lisa Marie. So
Mhm.
y'all know I was Lisa Marie, not Sarah. For the record. Okay.
Okay.
Yay. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank
My
you. That was
goodness.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well, I'm going to show this one more time because the camera may not have picked it up, but this is the cover of the Audible, and it is strong. This is the picture she's talking about that won in Los Angeles. Powerful, absolutely powerful. All right, I want to bring up your next friend that you chose that you wanted to speak out, and this is Karen is somebody that I actually know. So. I am so excited, but would you like to introduce Karen Carroll? Yeah.
Um, I'm just thinking, Karen. Yeah, I'm going to do Asnath next. Not Asnath. Sohail is next.
You want,
Karen,
yeah.
of course, I want you here right now. Karen and I met through Warrior Writers. Her sweet Southern accent. Karen is pure love.
She is.
She and I have spoken many times over the years on the phone, prayed each other through situations, shared about our marriage, shared about so many things. And thank you, Karen. Karen is a new author of How Can I Pray for You? And that's who she is.
Mhm.
So, welcome, Karen. If you have anything you'd like to say about me and about Unsilenced and anything at all, thank you for
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you so much, Natalie. It's such an honor to be here. It's an honor to know you because I love you. And I had an instant, just this attraction towards you at the very beginning. And we started off really fast with a friendship. And Natalie really is that safe place.
Mhm.
Natalie knows all of my dark secrets. Because of Natalie, I feel like she gave permission for me to open my mouth and to say things that I had held on since I was a child. And because of warrior writers, and when you do write, writing is so healing and so cleansing, and so it gets things out that you didn't even know were there. And through just relationship with Natalie, and I have walked with her through this writing journey, which has just been tremendous. Listening to her story and just jaw dropped at some of the things that she walked through, yet here she is. And I know that there has been fear in a lot of it, but you have so much power. You have the power of the Holy Spirit that's in you that has just blazed a trail through all of this. And it is just amazing. I look at your book cover and there could not be a more powerful statement than what that picture shows. The picture really is worth 1,000 words or more in your situation. I mean, it is just incredible. And your book, when I was reading it, there were times, yes, that I had to kind of take a pause. I want to hear the audible because I love your voice and I love the inflections in your voice. I love it when you read in the mornings, and your voice is so poetic. And so I'm very excited to get the audible, and I am just so excited that the scripture that I was thinking is the prayer of Jabez that says, bless me indeed that you would increase my territory and keep me from evil. And this is look at the territory that has been opened up and has been increased. Like, this is getting global attention. I mean, this is so big. And your words that have been unsilenced have unleashed the truth for other people to be able to speak their story. And it has caused me to have more power. And I really want to write my true story as well and put the truth in there. And it's a work in progress. I know when I met you, you said you've been working on your book for 7 years. I know why. And so God was working things out of you and building you up for this journey right here. So I love you so much, and I'm so proud of you, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen next.
And I love you so much. You are amazing. Thank you for your kind words. I am like, wow. Um, this is the whole purpose. You nailed it. And yes, it's a lot of trepidation, really feeling like being out, being naked. So it takes a bit of getting used to. Just let it go, let it go. And I have let it go, and this is the final release with the Audible. So thank you for loving me and being my friend.
I love you so much.
And
Thank you
that's
for coming.
So proud of you.
there's something that Karen said. She said you're a safe place. Can you just talk to the project that you have? And then I want to bring up Sohail right after, and then we'll talk about what they have introduced you to. Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. Well, when Karen says it's global, the Lord has. So back in 2012, this is going to be another book. Back in 2012, I worked with a mint master and we were selling gold and silver. So we created these coins, these silver coins, and we were encouraging people at the time to invest their money into physical silver as a way to preserve wealth. Not in the paper you get from somewhere where you'd invest and you have a piece of paper that says you have gold, but you actually have it. So I bought $10,000 worth of silver back in 2012. And I had these things in a pile, and I had like this ring of my mom's and just a bunch of physical objects. And I've been wanting to sell them to help in some way, but I didn't quite know exactly how. And missionaries contact me all the time asking me for support. And I have supported, I have about 4 people in Pakistan that one young woman I've been supporting for 8 years. And when I received a picture, like slavery, just to go back just a little bit, enslavement, I was enslaved to worthlessness. I was enslaved by depression and anxiety, and that I just didn't feel like I had any, even though I kind of knew I have these gifts, I just couldn't believe it. So that's a form of slavery, but the Lord started impressing me of real enslavement, such as a ball and chain around your ankle. At my son's, it was like a school festival where there was a missionary there, and he dropped a cast iron ball onto the gymnasium floor that made such a sound. And it was like this, they had snipped it off somebody's ankle. And then it got into trafficking. And so the Lord has been dragging me through, and I've been consuming all kinds of information about slavery. So when Sahel sent me an image of an elderly man, broken down, hello, Asnaz, hello, love, broken down elderly man, being worked to death and still having to work. Because he's debt enslaved, multi-generational debt enslavement. There's no way for them to work it off. And then their children, they die and their children replace them. And when I saw that picture, it touched my heart and I couldn't shake it. And then the Lord just put it on me. He's like, do an auction, like auction off that stuff. You can make so much money, and then you can help. And then I found out for $2,500 Canadian, we can buy a family's freedom. Not only that, we can give them a business, so like a popcorn making machine or some other business, and then they are discipled with sowing seeds ministry. So break up with secrets. It's truth telling. But this auction, people have donated left, right, and center. We've got therapies, beautiful crystal vases, jewelry, crystals, expensive things. Christianicar has donated beautiful, very expensive crystals. And it's all going to go to set the captives free. One by one, I'm just going to say a lady recently told me, she said there was a story about a child on a beach, and there were starfish there, and the child was throwing the starfish back into the water. And somebody said, why do you bother? There's just going to be more. And he said, for that one, it matters. And so I just say, let let generosity rise up. $5 times whatever, 1,000 people. We can do a lot of good. So I'm going to invite. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name very well. Asnath, to come on and speak if you're ready. Or Sahel.
Yeah.
Maybe she's frozen.
Good morning from this part of the world. I am talking to you from northeastern Thailand. I am from Pakistan, but right now I am a missionary in Thailand. Here I am serving with my husband and our 3-year daughter, Bethel. I thank God that today I got the opportunity to talk to you on the very special moment of book launching of our sister Natali. Unsilenced by Natali is a powerful and compassionate book about breaking silence, healing from abuse, and reclaiming one's God-given voice. Through personal and gentle guidance, Natali walks alongside survivors with empathy, truth, and hope. This book reminds readers that healing begins when darkness is brought into the light, and that no one has to walk their journey alone. Unsilenced is not only a story of survival, but a call to restoration, identity in Christ, and wholeness. This book is deeply relevant for Thailand and Pakistan, where many people, especially women and children, suffer in silence due to cultural shame, fear, stigma, and lack of safe space. I am very thankful that you shared this book with me so I can read. And I think that um, Unsilenced can be used by survivors for abuse, trauma, domestic violence, and addiction, women who feel voiceless, hidden, or emotionally imprisoned, church leaders, pastors, missionaries, and Christian counselors, NGOs, shelters, and trauma recovery ministries, youth leaders, mentors working with vulnerable communities, support groups focused on healing, forgiveness, and identity. Thank you so much for writing your story. Thank you so much for encouraging so many lives. Thank you so much for living your legacy. Thank you so much for this lifelong impact.
Thank you. Thank you. I was expecting you to talk about your ministry, not my book. And I did. I sent my book to her and she said that she can, what's the word? She can translate it into Urdu.
Yeah.
So we do want to translate.
Yeah. About our ministry, it's all about restoration. 5 years ago, when me and my husband got married, we started this ministry together and we started visiting the very unreached groups, the brick kiln communities where no one wants to go. And when we visited them, the stories were very hard to listen. And sitting with them, listening to them, it was amazing. And God just put in our hearts that we have to be their voice to share their stories, and the help can come. So we started writing to our friends, and in past 5 years, we have already been released 25 families from the brick kiln, and they are now enjoying their freedom. Now, when we share with Sister Natali, and she just heard the voice of the Spirit, and she was so much willing to walk alongside this project. And I am so much thankful of her heart. The person who is gonna be free from the slavery is a man who is hard patient and have been working hard on the brick kiln from 45 years. This freedom is not something suddenly for him. This is so special. This is, he cannot buy it on himself. Uh, this support is very precious and very divine. And we are thankful that you became the voice to raise the fund to support this family and to help them start a new business so they not need to go back on the brick kiln. When I was talking to his 12-year-old girl who started going to Brooklyn with his father, with her father from when she was very little and she didn't got opportunity to go to school or get education. And she got tears when she was talking to me. And she said, I want to go and get education, but these brick kiln owners don't allow us to leave until we pay their debt. So the day is very near. She can go to school.
That's huge. That is huge. That's amazing that you all are doing that. And Natalie, you joined with them. So that's uh, the Bible has a lot to say about that. So we can join with Natalie and we can join with them. So that's wonderful, Natalie. And that's thank you for sharing what you all do. I want to see a
Thank
picture
you.
of that
Thank you.
man when he gets his freedom. Yeah.
Yes, this is going to be part of the platform. There's going to be video evidence of handing the money to the owners. There's going to be video evidence of everything. Break Up with Secrets is being developed into a big platform that's going to allow people to actually speak audible secrets into this platform. It's going to be a place where actually we can send prayers to people where God, Jesus is being limited, where they're not allowed to hear the word. So there's a lot of things that's happening, but this is the first part. The first part is so for $5, $10, or $20 for a ticket, you're going to get entered in to win about $7,000 worth of silver. So that's all going to be up on the website. It's being built right now. And my husband, he pulled his support for paying for this website, but it's part of my testimony. And I was just like, what? But I did find a way. I know how to hustle, and I got part of the money, and I'll get the rest. The Lord will provide. But my husband just said, if this is God, He will provide. And of course, He's providing. So I just thank you for hanging on here with me, everyone. And Christiana is going to be next. Thank you so much for sharing. I can't wait. I can send out footage to people who are interested to see these videos of the brick fields, people working in them. You have to see it to believe it. So thank you. And may Bethel be whole right away. And we'll talk soon. Thank you so much for your kind words. And I can't wait to bring the freedom.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you.
Yay. God is
Hey,
so good.
yes, he is.
Incredible.
Well, I'm excited I mean, all of your guests are wonderful. But when I was looking at Christiana, she's an author, YouTuber on domestic violence and parental alienation survivor learning to thrive in the midst of it all. But I want you know what you all are talking about. Just share with us how we can help individuals who are in domestic violence and what is parental alienation? Just for our audience.
Do you want to speak, Christiana, to that? Or do you want me
Oh,
to?
well, I wasn't sure if you were asking me. Hello there, everyone.
Yes, thanks for
Um,
joining.
Oh, welcome.
um, Well, parental alienation for me personally, Christiana Carr, Canadian A, up here in Canada. It's when your children are sort of like brainwashed against you and turned against you and disconnected from you by another parent, or sometimes it's triangulation, even like grandparents can get involved in that, and family. But it's when you are estranged and disconnected intentionally by somebody else from your children. That's what parental alienation is.
Wow. Thank you
And
for telling us what that is because I didn't know. I mean, that is new to me, and I think it's new to a lot of
yeah,
people.
yeah, it,
Yes.
it happens. It happens a lot in the domestic abuse situations where the abuser will then try and turn the kids. They become the Disney parent and giving the kids and overindulging so that they think that the kids think that they're actually the safe parent, and then they turn them against the actual safe parent.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
hard. Now I know that's in Natalie's
Yes.
story. So can you all share just a little bit? I mean, I'm so thankful to have you here tonight, Christina, and I know how Natalie is too. But I mean, can you and Natalie just talk about what you all are doing? Because right now, both of you are helping survivors um, to thrive in the midst of their battles. And so domestic violence, whatever that looks like. A lot of people, it's just not in their world, but it is out there, and we want to be part of the answer to it.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah.
Well, I'll just speak just for a second. Christiana, thank you for coming. Um, she and I connected through the Bold Invisible program. I guess she saw my talk first, which is how the thread started being woven between us. And then somehow we
Mhm.
ended up Facebook friends. Parental alienation is mentioned in my story, Return to Love. And that was really the first admonition of parental alienation. That was me coming out. And so we have a special bond. Um, so
Mhm.
there's just a love and a connection. I just think she's amazing. You are so amazing. And the Lord has put us together because not just you, but another friend in domestic violence. Um, because it's like, as I was writing my story, you were in my life. And as I looked at you, it was like looking at my former self. But and at the same time, you're walking out of it and through it. So it was this mirroring experience, just knowing and remembering where I've come from and remembering why I wrote it. And then Christiana has a dream to do a domestic violence shelter. I do as well. That's another step here. Mini houses for the homeless. Also, there's no domestic violence shelter in Athabasca. So we both, we're working together. Not sure how it's going to happen.
Right.
It's going to happen. But she will be a recipient as the funds come in. She will be a recipient of some funding and support because she's been going drugged through the mud. And there's my other friend Tina. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for coming on. So,
Mhm.
uh,
If somebody right
Christiane,
now was watching this, like in their domestic violence victim, what would you tell them to do? What is probably the most important thing that you can share right now?
Is to tell somebody safe. I myself, because I'm still coming out of it. Women's resource centers, wherever you can find one, a crisis line. They don't call and leave messages, so if you're still not in a safe place, that's still someplace that you can call and contact and delete numbers off your phones and things like that. And they won't leave you messages, but that's how I got out myself, was just to go to the Women's Resource Center, and they helped me file for applications for low income housing, and to get on assistance to help you with finances, to help rebuilding in that way too. So there is lots of resources that are out there. There still needs to be more, because it is a much bigger thing than anybody really realizes that goes on. And it's not always something that's obvious and in your face. You don't always see bruises and scars because it's the mental damage that's done is really excruciating. So it's really speak up. Don't remain silent because silence is abuse's biggest ally. So it's always speak up, speak up, speak up to anybody that will listen, and especially in that have already had experiences in it, especially those resource centers that know because they'll do it more delicately and won't re-traumatize you too.
Good to know. Yeah. How about you, Natalie? Is there something you would like to say? Because you have a lot of like never lie for the perpetrator, never, truth telling.
That was yes, thank you, Missy. That was absolutely a fatal flaw in my in my behavior in my life. But I also want to say before we go there, Christiana and I are both pro men also because men also get abused. So we are for the rehabilitation of men also and the support of them. Now, in my domestic violence with Dee Dee, so that's part of my ministry. So Dark Destiny is in my story. He is my eldest children's father. And there was coercive control, all these things I didn't even know, like I knew it was wrong. But I was praying for help. And there was a moment when just hell hit our home. And I'm running down the street. And when I got back, the police were there. And the police took him away and charged him and put a restraining order on him. Well, he came back. But I did not know that I should call the police and say he'd broken his restraining order. So if they do that, call the police, tell them they broke their restraining order because that's what it's there for. And then he just threatened me. And I lied and said he didn't want to lose his ability to travel. So I lied and I said that he didn't do it, even though the pictures showed that he did. And because of that, I was alienated from my kids. And he moved them away. And it was years and years and years of torture because of that. So do not lie for them ever, no matter how scared you are. And also get a friend with you. Do not go to court by yourself ever. Have somebody with you. So, yeah. So DD ministry is part of my what I have done, and that's Tina is here. And thank you for coming, Tina. Thank you for sharing, Christiana. I think we're running out of time a little bit, but yeah, thank you so much. And you can reach out to Christiana Carr or myself as Safe People and just message us. Tina, hi, sweetheart.
Bring her in. Okay, there we go. Yes, did you want to say anything? Oh,
Did I want to say anything?
Okay.
I was just going to share, ladies, that when you're going through domestic violence, just remember to love, to love the person that's walking through it. It can be anything, right? It can be any level of control and abuse, whether it's device, whether it's coercive control, whether it's physical. We just have to love them. That's just my little spiel on things. Just love them.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's a perfect thing to say right there. Love them. You can conquer all things, and that's even better for us than for them. So,
amen. And that takes patience, and that takes extra love. Yeah. And we just keep praying that God gives us more of that, right? So we can pour out more.
Yeah.
Can't give it if we don't have it.
That's right, Tina. That's so good. So good.
Nice to meet you all. Bless you.
You.
Nice to meet you too. And do you mind if I say a few words about our journey? Do we have a few minutes, Missy?
Yeah, you take as long as you want.
Go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. Okay, so back in 2016, I went to a Christian concert, dragged my husband to it, and saw this beautiful woman across the VIP area praising God. And I just kept looking at her. She's so beautiful. On the way out, and I guess she was checking me out also. We were both praising full on. As I walked out, she handed me a card and she said, "Let's connect." So that started 6 years of a friendship. 6 years. This woman is transformed, utterly transformed. Um, it was just calling her, checking in. And again, God put her in my life to remind me of where I'd come from and just like, "How are you?" And then she'd go silent. And I'd be like, "What's going on?" Holy Spirit checkup. And I kept saying, "Are you ready? Are you ready to leave?" And it took 6 years. And at that time, finally, and at that time, then it was like praying, praying. And then the Lord said, "Enough praying." He says, "You help her." And so I got back to doing massages, started putting the money away, and prepared for a damage deposit for her. And the Lord said, "My abuser was DD, dark destiny. DD is a damage deposit ministry. So taking what the enemy meant for harm and turning it to good, right?" And so you are 3 years free. She's in a beautiful like co-op housing. And the generations are being set free from a lot of trauma.
Yeah. Tina, can I ask you something? What gave you the courage? I know Natalie was there, but can you tell people, because there might be somebody watching this just like, I wish I had that kind of courage. What gave you the courage to step out of a domestic violence situation? Oh, can you, let me unmute you. There you
For me, it was the Lord.
go. Okay.
I had a soul dependence. I've been saved now for 12 years. I came out of addiction, pornography, all kinds of things.
Mhm.
And it was the Lord that gave me the courage. And my daughter, my youngest, was 14 at the time. You can hear the baby in the background, but she kept saying, "Mom, when are you going to do something? I can't do this anymore." And we were running from people's homes to back and forth. We were like, thankfully, I had a vehicle, so I could just up and go. But at times, we were locking ourselves in a room because we didn't know what kind of stuff was going to come at us. We just took the courage. I just said, "Lord, you need to do this for me." And he gives us ears to hear. And when he says give us ears, we need to open our ears and listen. Because if not, we're gonna go on our own. And there was a defining moment. They said there's an open door somewhere, and I took it. I said, "God, I don't know if it's the right move. I don't know if this is the right place. But the moment I stepped into this home I'm in now, I'm gonna cry." It was it. I know it's new. I get to volunteer. Natalie, you can share that I've been out volunteering now for 4 years with domestic violence advocate unit. I'm putting myself out there.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
You
you
are
for
so transformed. You are. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Missy. Like, I need your brain and your contribution right now because I just get in the emotion of this. But Tina is seeking employment, gainful employment. She has volunteered for 4 years, and it is time. A worker is due their wage. And yeah, for anybody else here, anybody listening, anybody with us, gainful employment, we just thank the Father for bringing that, the resources,
Yes.
so we can do more, give more, and be more.
Amen. Thank you, Tina. Thank you for being here. Oh my
Thank you
goodness.
so much.
Well, Natalie, is there I know that you had a lot of inspiration to get here. Do you want to go down that road of the inspiration that helped you with going into the predators that there are? Or do you feel like we can go to the fundraising and
You know what? I am happy with where things are. There will be another time to talk about the deep, dark things.
Yeah.
And this is a celebration, and
Yeah.
this is a victory. And I'm just so happy to be putting that Unsilenced, the monies that are raised, is going to set captives free, left, right, and center, body, mind, and soul. So thank you for joining us.
Yes.
And
And let me just say this. When you think about it, it's the silver is worth 7,000. My husband and I have this saying. It's a no-brainer because even if you don't get pulled for the silver, you have just helped a person to find freedom, and which is more valuable than silver or gold any day. But I love that you're doing this, and my heart has been stirred to give, and I hope everybody's heart has been stirred to give in some way. And I just want to say, with your Unsilenced Audible, you all go out there and get it. And as you go, just remember that global truth movement that we were talking about, and that humanity stepping out of the shadows into the light. That came from Miss Natalie. And speaking out truth, turning the tide on secrecy culture. These are all comments that I have heard beautiful Natalie say. And I just want to congratulate you on this right now. And it's just for the release of your Audible. You all get this Audible, because let me just say, when you're listening to it, my eyes were open to what is out there and what some people have to live through in life. And it's worth fighting for them. And it's worth fighting for, well, someone like Natalie, what she's been through, and now she's turned it around to help others. So, do you want to say anything as we head out, Miss Natalie?
I'm just grateful for your attending, each and every one of you. My heart is just so full, and this is success in itself. All the love that we've shared here is success. So thank you, each and every one of you, for being here,
Thank you.
and the listeners eventually on the replays. So
Yes.
tell us.
Yes, so if you want to help in any way, I'm putting all the information in the description. So just go to the description underneath this video, and you can click on any of the live links to donate, and just to see what all is up. There's some treasure troves in here, and you're helping release slaves. You're helping to help women to get healing and jobs. What else are they getting? It's powerful what you all are doing. And we don't have opportunity like this every day where we can trust where our money is going.
You know what? Divine appointment by divine appointment. Even I don't know what the next step is. God will show it. But on my website, it's going to be complete financial transparency. That's all going to be built in, and probably going to be a nonprofit also. So moving forward, so I just commit to complete transparency with every cent that's put forth.
That's
And just
awesome.
thank you for your love and your prayers. Yeah.
Amen. Thank you for doing this for all those that you're helping through your life. And may we all be that kind of person and step in. So be a force for good out there, you all. We love you. Mwah! Thank you, Natalie.
It's my joy. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Mwah.